honestly, like, I've lied on the podcast. I misspoke. I thought that I was already having like a lemony snicket kind of life, but I entered a new chapter this week, and there were many positive things that have happened throughout my week, right? Like I'll get to those later. But right
They're
now,
not important.
I took my dog's seizure medication by accident, and then 2 days later, I spent 12 hours looking for my fucking phone with my sister-in-law who had, I don't know, 24 hours to spend with me. We spent half of them looking for my phone because I couldn't find it. And all I could remember, Lauren, was that I woke up and I was like, I'm going to do laundry. I'm going to, get the trash out, and that's that. So I just kept rerunning these steps. Like, did I put it in the washing machine? Did I put it in the dryer? Did I put it with the recycling? Like, what did I do? But
I
the
need
thing,
to bring attention, though,
stop it.
before
To
you go
what?
any further, to the fact that we just haven't had phones. Like, it's just been our thing this whole week. We just
This
don't
is a
even
bit
have
we're
cell
doing.
phones.
This is my
Like,
least favorite bit that Lauren and I have ever done. Before I did what I did, which I will get to, Lauren's phone just literally left the chat. Like, she's like, I can't get your text. I
it
can't see your
ceases to
pictures.
exist. My best friend's bebe started walking today, okay? And I had
You
to be
didn't
like,
know
can you
about
send
it.
me the video for the 400th time? Because I can't download
You're
it.
like,
I
can you
don't
send it to me
know.
on Facebook?
I'm like, could you put it in my Dropbox? Because that's the only way I'm going to get it right
Can
now.
you send
But
it to
I
my
don't know
husband?
what it is with Apple products, but like they just max out on how long they're willing to serve you, and then
I
they
feel like you're
die.
leaving the chat right now. You looked at me like, what's his name from Batman that has one face skin and one skin not, one face
Nothing
not.
works. Nothing fucking works.
Scooch a little. There you are. There you are. I was like, is she leaving? Is she leaving right now?
I might leave. I might. Honestly, at this
At
point.
this point in the podcast, either of us could just leave.
So, what I was saying is that I feel as though Apple products specifically just only work for so long and then they bail out on you. And
I don't want to
now,
admit that on the podcast because my husband, a known Android user, has been saying this my whole life, and I have to make sure he doesn't listen to this episode because he can't hear this validation. It wouldn't be healthy for
Android
our marriage.
Android users will carry around their tacky bricks and they'll be like, I've had this thing since 2003. And it's
And
like,
they
yeah.
did probably.
It's like,
I
yeah,
saw my
because it's
husband run over
ugly.
his with a car. He ran over it with a car. Okay. Half of my family has Androids and half of it are like solid iPhone users. But
But here
will
we
I say
are,
that there's
just
some
like,
toxicity in the relationship? Of course. Like
yeah.
no one's perfect.
But here we are, just like roughing it, and we're trying to, support Steve Jobs, support his estate, and I
So
haven't had
yeah,
a phone for, I feel like a
Lauren
week at this
physically has
point.
a phone, right? But it's not working. It's just a little light box for Lauren to carry on around in her
Lasky and
paw.
I have the same level of iPhones right now. Like they light
Little
up,
tykes made
they
your
light
eye.
up, and that's all they do. And
Give me one.
I'm
Give me 1 second,
I'm
please. I'm gonna
able
get my
to.
phone.
I want to see it. I'm able to look at my memories on Facebook, so that's good. I'm happy
I've
with
been
that.
carrying around a laptop. I've been walking up and
I've
down stairs with a MacBook fucking Pro.
I've essentially been carrying around a photo album of the pictures that I posted on that day for the past 9 years. That's all I've been doing with my phone because I can't even look
I
at my
should be
regular
wearing a
pictures.
hazmat suit for what I'm about to do, but
Show
I'm
me
gonna
what
do
you did
it.
to your phone. I have
It's
a
double
fan
bagged.
theory.
It takes a second.
I'm so entertained because I have a theory and I want to know if I'm right.
There's
So
a. Do you want? Would you like to give it first?
I
Will
don't
I?
know. What would
Will
you
I gather the
prefer?
specimen?
Okay, so my theory is that for some reason you're a Neanderthal and you have to like set everything on fire and you do this fucking bit when you're taking out your trash that you like set the boxes like on fire and you throw them in a pit, like you're like it's very cave woman of you. And
It
then,
is. It's very
so
primal.
my theory is that you were taking out the trash. You were probably sending me a voice memo, which you haven't done for what feels like the better part of August. And you lit the box because you had to be like a little rebellious about it, like you weren't going to wait till throw it in. and then you accidentally threw in
Yes.
your phone and you lit your phone on fire, which is very dark of you.
Your
That's my
Honor.
that's my theory.
Your Honor.
Tell me what happened.
Let me
Start
come to
from
the.
the beginning.
Okay.
It's a murder
Okay.
mystery.
So, I don't even want to touch this yet. So, my sister's coming, and my sister in law's coming, and she's like, don't clean up. Like, my feral children are coming over to hang out with your feral children, and I have 3 to 4 different working crews at my home at the same fucking time.
So
Like,
many boys.
so many men in the window. I'm like, ah! Like, I pay them to be here, but they're making me nervous. And so I'm like, I hear what she's saying. It makes sense. But I'm like, I have to pick up a little bit. I'm only human, right? So, like you said, I'm up and down the stairs. I'm switching laundry because obviously Lukey peed on his bed and I wanted to freshen the sheets. I'm going up and down. And then I look next to the trash can. And side note, my husband is away for work. Okay. So that's just a little
She's a
fun
single
fact.
woman doing
I'm
it
a
on her
single
own.
mother who works 2 jobs. And so I'm going up and down.
Meeting her sister-in-law.
Literally. So I see a ton of cardboard, right? And like we go back and forth. Like sometimes it's a windy day and we know that cardboard pickup is tomorrow, and we break down those boxes. And by we, I mean Lucas, and put them in the recycle bin. And then those other men come and take them away. Sometimes I'm feeling a little wild and I like to throw them in a fire pit and just feel something.
I knew it. I fucking knew it, Steph.
So
I
it
knew
starts
it.
off, and my family's one of those crazy families that shares their location. You can fucking burn me at the stake for it because there's 2 types of families, and we're that kind.
This bitch. Sidebar, everyone. Rudy's over here. Look at me. She texts
Stay in the camera.
I work in a dungeon. Okay, first of all, first fact that we know about me. I work in a
Yes.
dungeon.
There's no windows.
It's like 10
right?
a.m.
I was kind of out of it. No windows.
There's no windows.
Okay,
There's a
I didn't think
skylight.
so.
There's one hole in the box for me to breathe.
Enough to breathe air.
It's 10 a.m., which is just like, peak time. There's never not a peak time. I'm looking at my phone, my just my light box that I'm playing with, my photo album that I'm carrying around.
She's juggling.
And my co-host says, "Can you see my location?" What part of the house my phone is in. And I'm like, Steph, I can't see my fucking text messages.
I'm like, where am I, Lauren?
I'm like, I can't see my bank balance, okay? So no, I cannot see. I can't geotag
Lauren says
you right
nothing.
now.
Lauren says nothing. She
I
can't
was
send
like,
me a pin of
I
myself.
rolled at you because I'm like, oh my goodness,
She
she's
didn't
really
get the severity of the moment.
I'm like, she's gonna have. First of all, you're gonna be like technology ableist and have a phone. Have a phone that works. Okay? And then
Did
you're
you
gonna be
think I
like,
was just mocking
and then
you?
you're
Like,
like,
where am
I
I?
don't know where it is. I don't know where
Where's
it is.
my 16 Pro Max? I can't find that huge thing.
Like, it's so big and working that I can't even
It's so
find
huge
it.
and adorable and
So
also oddly reflective that makes it very easy to find.
and oddly, not not
well,
fire retardant.
So I text my whole family and I'm like, where am I? And my family is sleuthing. They're zoning in on the house and they're like, you look. And also, this doesn't show layers. So it's one of 2 floors or the basement, which I've been in all of. And it's looking like I'm at the edge by the yard. And it's like you're either in the kitchen, your bedroom/bathroom upstairs, or the basement by the washer and dryer. I was doing laundry, so I'm like, it was either the laundry or like I dropped it somewhere along the way.
It's a game of Clue.
I'm like, it's in the washing machine. No, but the dryer. No, I'm unturning every fucking dirty piece of laundry on my basement floor that I've been abandoning. I'm going upstairs. I'm dumping baskets that I was meant to put away because my sister-in-law is coming and I just wanted things to be nice for once. I had a plan. I'm like, I have 4
she
hours.
said don't make it nice, but I still want to make it a little
have
nice.
to make it. I'm like, this is my perfect opportunity to show off and show out, humbly. Like, there's going to be a mess, but like, I wanted my clothes to be put away. I'm dumping them everywhere.
A cute mess.
I'm going around. I'm going in the bathroom. I'm like, okay, the only other thing I did was take out the recycling. So, And I'm like, I put it in the fire pit. So I'm like, ugh. But like, it's not that part of the house. Like, it's the other side of the
Yeah.
house. Okay.
But as we know, like, iPhone can't get its shit together. It
It can't
doesn't
get its
really
shit
know where you
together.
are. It's
And
not
then you
pinging you
Google
like the
it, and it's like,
FBI.
even if you do get your shit together, it could be within a 15 like foot radius of that point. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, perfect. So I look in the fire pit. I stir it around with a little stick. I'm like, just fucking dust, you know? I'm like, no big deal. Like, that's not my problem.
You're like, couldn't have been
My
this.
my
Couldn't have been this
sister-in-law gets here and I'm like,
scenario.
I can't find my phone. You know, I'm very relaxed at this point. I'm like, everything's a mess because I've been looking for my phone.
You're like, welcome.
And listen, this is my sister-in-law's first adult sleepover. We had our children with us too, but it's the first one where we're the two adults together. So I'm excited. You know, it's a nice to
Yeah.
hang out. You know, her brother's not here to like ruin the girl talk, whatever.
No boys allowed.
No boys allowed. It's going to be a good time. And it was. But Laura, what I didn't know about her and learned is that she's very passionate about finding things. So she took it on as a passion project. Like the second she walked in the door, she was like with a flashlight, like, are you
A
okay if I
Saint
look under your
Anthony.
bed?
A St.
He was-
Anthony type of gal.
And I sent you one more text, and I sent it to you and your husband because I didn't know if you'd get it. And I said, can you please ask Chris to beg St. Anthony for me right now? And she was doing the same apparently upstairs. And I just have to say, like, there are parts of my home that, like, I don't even make direct eye contact with, like under my dresser, you know,
Oh, yeah.
you know, the depths of my closet.
We
Like,
straightened out my older daughter's room today, and there were things that I found that we have been
you don't
looking
need
for.
to move a dresser unless you have to.
Yeah, you don't need to move a dresser unless you're getting a new dresser, and that's what's happening. But you find things because, like you said, you just don't make eye contact with
Yeah.
those little crevices. And then you're like, oh my God, we've been looking for this for
Well,
years.
This came to a point where like I was so frazzled about where it went, and I realized it very quickly. Like 8:30 in the morning, I had only done so many things. So
Yeah.
I am spiraling because it doesn't make sense. I have my contractors looking in the yard for it. Like I am unraveling.
Those boys are on the clock. You have
They're
them,
on the clock, and they're
you
like,
have them distracted.
one of them came inside, and he's like, "Let me look around. I'm good at finding things."
Don't
and I'm like,
tell your
"Please
husband that.
help yourself." I had
I
to.
hope my dad doesn't hear that.
I was desperate. I was like, please find this phone. So she is calling it, you know, she's looking for glows. We're listening for vibrates because it's 2025 and our phones are always on vibrate.
Yeah, that's very
Nothing.
stupid of us. And every time when you go on like Find My Phone and you put like alert, it like only does it half the time. So
Exactly.
So
we're
when
just
did it
teetering.
dawn on you? When did
Well,
it?
no, her and I both checked all of these places so many times, right?
Yes.
And we were like entertaining the kids, and then she was like, "I'll go in the basement, you go in the upstairs." Like we were just doing it the entire time whenever we weren't with the children, which was most of the time. And then my sister Court is like, "I just got home, like I'm gonna come help you, okay?" So she comes over, being the little bitch ass that she is, and she
We
looks
hate
in the
her.
house a couple times. We open the washing machine a little bit. It's not there. And we're like, we both looked in the fire pit, but if it makes you feel better to look, like, go look, you know, like, idiot.
Yeah, like have at it, stupid girl.
I just lost the screen. She walks over.
Stephanie, don't touch that.
She walks over.
That is cancer. You should put it down.
I gave everyone cancer.
You
so
double
sorry.
bagged it. I love that
Look
you
it.
double bagged it, but then now it's just out of the bag, touching me. I feel like it's touching me. Get it off of me.
For a new iPhone, I would lick it right now. So
Yeah, if somebody could hand me, like, if somebody could come from the floor, drone in an iPhone, I would lick that probably.
look at my
I'm
look
addicted.
at my Chernobyl hands. So the best part is
You look
my
like
husband.
You look like you've been in the mines all day.
we literally have that fucking stupid Ring camera that we're supposed to have, right?
Yeah,
Well,
everyone's supposed to have one.
My sister walks over with the specimen, and I collapse to the porch, right? I'm just unwell.
Well, because
And-
you're like, now that's gonna be
All
the
of a sudden, I
whole
felt all the
thing,
pain in my body. I
Yeah.
felt everything. I just was like, how many hours did I waste looking for the fucking phone?
See,
I'm like, no wonder
I
the
am
service
so
stopped working.
I am so self-righteous because my first thoughts is like everybody's gonna fucking judge me now because I was rushing
Listen,
around. Because you know what,
my phone,
my
my
husband,
parents always mock me for my phone, so I knew that. And my
well,
sister was there
my husband, the first thing he said when we got that picture, because
when you got the news.
I didn't even understand what that was a photo of.
No one,
Honestly,
no one has
I was
gotten
just,
the picture and known what it was,
I thought
which is
something fell
validating.
from the sky and hit you in the head. I thought it was a meteor, and I was like, "What's happening?"
That's what killed the
But
dinosaurs. A
I
big
was
one
like,
of those.
"Don't look up." But once I realized what happened, I was like laughing hysterically, and my husband right away said, "That bitch needs to slow down."
So
Because
literally,
it is. It's like
no, it's
you
so
know
true.
that everyone's gonna be like, and self-reflectively, you're like, I just needed to slow the fuck down. Like I was rushing
Literally, I
and going
had
through the motions,
so
and
the best
didn't
worst
even know what you
part.
had in your hands.
My husband's at the hotel after his day at work, and he gets a ring notification. So he does what anybody
You're
does, and he
annoyed.
opens it.
No.
I'm on the floor, Lauren, and my husband goes, "Is that your phone?" Because he knows I've been looking for it all day. So
You're like eye roll.
listen, and once I have a phone, I'll probably like cut it into here on YouTube or whatever because there is ring footage of me, my sister finding it like in the fire pit, me coming out, collapsing on the porch, my husband listening to us, like, and then we went back to the beginning of the day and you see me throw the boxes in and set it on fire. Like, little did she know.
It's your own Netflix special.
She done it. So I
Like
had
she
many
never would have
lovely
thrown her phone
things.
in the fire. She never
That
would have
it
done
wasn't my
that.
sister. Look at, she never saw that phone and she never lit that fire.
Well, it was just so funny because that morning, so obviously we're addicted to our phones.
Yes,
Like I'm here I'm here to admit that, my name is Lauren and I'm an addict and it's of
hi
that little
Lauren.
light box.
Yes,
And it's obviously a very important part of existing at this point. Like we said, like you get instructions now and it's just a QR code, it's nothing else. So, not
exactly.
having a phone when you're trying to run a social media business is
Riddle me
rough.
this.
Have you ever
Riddle me
seen
this.
have you ever fucking seen Instagram on a desktop because it's a fucking
Oh, I
jump scare.
tried. I
It's a
fucking
jump
tried.
scare.
Never again. It was like the silent disco feeling. Like I was like, I don't even want to fucking look at this. Like I
Like,
guess I'll just go on fucking Facebook.
should I
Like
just
what the
go on
fuck
my
am I supposed to
LinkedIn?
do?
Should I just go on my
Ew.
LinkedIn? That's what I'll do.
I'll never. I started looking at my emails. I'm like, ugh. The most fucking annoying part, right? They're like, do the insurance claim, and they're like, okay, just to verify it's you, we're gonna send you a text message. On what? On what?
Oh,
I don't
so
have a phone.
So I knew you lost your phone early because the first thing I had sent you in the morning was like a graphic I had made on my computer. I basically chiseled it into stone and I sent it to you, Barney Rubble style, and I said, "Could you please send this to the internet for me?" And you said yes, and you
Because you
did it.
can't.
So I had a timestamp and it was like 7:35. Didn't hear
I
from you
was up
past
and
that point.
at it. I was
Okay.
sitting and doing laundry.
Now I'm trying to get a new phone and I am a adult woman, okay? I'm in my mid 30s and I am still on my daddy's phone plan, okay?
I'm on my
Throw
daddy's
shade.
phone plan.
Throw shade where you want, but you all know it makes more sense to have more lines,
You don't want
And
me off your plan.
yeah, and then you're like and then every once in a while you're like I'm going to upgrade. I'm
You're
going
like,
to
oh,
upgrade.
do you remember when you could be real shady back in the day and take somebody's upgrade? That was like,
So
that would ruin a relationship.
So this is my whole fucking phone service soapbox that I'm jumping on because you got your new fancy phone, but I hadn't heard from you. I'm like, Stephanie's dead. I have to go get a new iPhone. Like I'll
A new
deal. I'm
partner.
like, I'll plan her funeral later, like
Can't do it
so,
without a phone.
so yeah, how the fuck am I gonna
I gonna
do anything?
how
Make a fucking memoriam without this, you know? So I go to T-Mobile, you know, my server of not my choice. Like T-Mobile did this shady shit like 10 years ago where they absorbed every other phone company except for like two. And they were
they
like,
couldn't get AT&T and Verizon, right?
it was so like Monopoly man of them. It was like they owned 2 out of 3 of Park Place. They're like, you'll never get to go. So I scurry over there, you know, and I'm with my whole ass family, right? Because I'm like, oh, let's do this on a fucking Sunday. It's tax-free weekend, you know.
It's tax-free weekend.
I live in Massachusetts. So
too bad I couldn't have fucking burned it a couple days ago.
So I head on over, and this boy, he's a boy, right?
Yeah.
He have not
just
a
a
wrinkle
boy.
on his face. He have no reason for the forehead patch. He looks at me and he says, "Sorry, hun, we need the authorized user on this account."
Stop it.
Okay, so I'm like,
Is it mommy? You're like, I'm a mother. I'm a mom.
I'm like, lad, young lad, you know,
Mr. Little Man.
I'm like, I need a new
you're on a power
phone.
trip? Don't fucking come at me. That's my mom.
Like, mind you, I'm on call that night. I'm like, I guess I've got to fucking set up my 1984 beeper. Like, I'm like, sir, I'm a mother, you know. I'm a
mother
bitch.
and a
I'm a
nurse.
mother.
I'm a bitch. I'm a lover. I'm a nurse. I'm a mother.
I'm a professional on call in 3 hours. Like, I'm like, I say to him, right?
Podcast card. You're like, I have a show.
I'm an entrepreneur, you know, and he's just like, no, you know, gonna have to call Dada. And I'm like,
stop.
So, but this is the thing, right? I say to him, okay, that's fine. We've added me to this like 400 times.
Literally,
they send me mail, but I can't.
You're
get
not
into
the account holder. You're just an authorized user.
So
why can't I use it?
Like you said, I remember being 19. Fucking throwing on my NARS lip gloss and walking in there and stealing my dad's upgrade, right?
Yeah.
No problema. So
Exactly.
I say to this baby behind
Power
the counter,
hungry boss BB.
yeah, mega fat CEO baby. I say to him in the pink polo, how about we just call my dad? You know, he's on an island because that's where my dad spends all his free time. Is on islands.
He'll probably pick up.
And he'll just say, that's my girl, and then you can give me the upgrade that I was entitled to a year ago.
You're like, I know a guy. Let me get him on the phone. Did he say yes?
He goes, it's not that easy. And I'm like,
you're like, no, I'll FaceTime him. Like,
once again, like my 3-year-old now is just like scaling the like giant
weird leather couches.
Neon T that they have in the corner underneath. Yeah, on top of a leather couch. With cell phones just dangling from the sky. And I'm like, I look at him and I'm just like, sir, like, sir, big man, sir, like, I need this. So he's like, he actually has to call 611, have a code sent to the cell phone. I'm like, what cell phone? What fucking cell phone?
It's not that easy. They always have to make it bigger than it is. I had a very chill representative today. He didn't give me that runaround.
I stomped out of there. And you know what I did? I called my daddy and I said, fix this. Fix this now. And he did. But still, in this economy, which as you know now, they're like, we can't just get you a phone.
I walked into AT&T with nothing but
Did you bring that?
I brought a credit card and the proof.
They probably thought you were. They probably
thought it was a bomb. Honestly,
I was gonna say in this day and age, I mean,
this looks like a giant block of fucking drugs. Like
the guy had his hand. He didn't have his hand on the panic button, but right near it. Right,
his hand was going lower, and he just looks at it. The other man that was waiting at the door, which he was also going through it, was looking at the bag. But like, I didn't want them to think I was just trying to get a new upgrade. And he was like, same spiel. You're an authorized user, but you're not the account holder. He was like, just call your mom up. Like, I'll send her the code. And I was like, you're so fucking real for that.
Stop
it. What they don't tell you? They're like, oh, by the way, you have insurance, but like, we can't give you the phone here, silly goose.
Oh,
you have to go online and ask for it, and they'll send it to you tomorrow or the next day, maybe.
So you know what? It's probably because I looked so young. He was like, this child can't get a new phone.
She's a baby. What is she?
How come you got a cool representative? I'm mad.
He
but
still
that's
didn't give me the phone.
So that's the other thing is that I remember distinctly, like you said, you rolled in with your coach shoulder bag
Your
and
freaking what's that
entitlement.
street in New York that we'd go and get the fake bags? Canal Street.
Your Canal Street bag, and
Your Canal Street Louis Vuitton.
you'd be like, I want my phone now. I want my Razor now, and they'd
I
have
want my
one.
pink Razor now.
They'd literally put the old SIM card into the new phone, and they'd hand it to you, real, live, and in stereo. Now,
yeah.
I finally settled this. Right, I'm just like I'm bothering
got the
my
card.
father.
No.
I'm
No.
like, please, Dad, help me. So finally, I
has
get
a
through to
MiFi.
all
He's
this.
like, I'll make a call.
It's like, I'll call one more time, Lauren. I'll call one more time. But then I'm all set. And they're like, yeah, it's going to be probably 5 to 8 days. And I'm like,
Literally, like what
do
the
you
fuck?
mean? I'm like, I'll
Like, do
take
you know
whatever
who
you got. Like, I'm
you know who
not
my
going to
mom
be
is?
picky choosy.
Account holder.
I'm like, I will
want
call
me
my dad
now.
again. But I just thought it was ridiculous that all of this and we can't even talk to each other. So I was
that
like,
was the whole fucking thing. Like, I was like, I can't even fucking. It was that I couldn't talk to anybody, and that like I had that one special sleepover day in the summer, and like what means to me the most is those pictures, those memories. Like we look back at those pictures and we cherish them, and like obviously my sister-in-law took them, but like there's something about being in control of the photos for me.
Oh.
Like everybody knows it in the family. Like they expect it of me. It's my job. I'm a working mother.
All weekend, I was like, can you make a shared album of that? Can you make a shared
Yeah.
album of that? Like, I feel like I've been pacing through my life just asking other people to take pictures for me because I can't even take a picture.
How humbling.
Which honestly, I'm like, do I get a digital camera? Is that what I have to do?
I've been having this debate, and it's
Do I
feeling
revert back?
honestly, if I wasn't about to buy a phone, I would really justify buying a digital camera right now. And
Yeah,
it was very
unfortunately, we had to
humbling
buy
for
a
me
phone.
to ask. I had to ask my sister-in-law. I said, "Can I use your phone to call your brother, please?" And
Can I
it
use your
was just,
phone?
Can I use your phone? I felt like my kid asking to like use like the fucking weird slime game that they love on my phone. I was like, "Can I borrow your phone for a minute? Play a game on it." But that was my last. That was my yesterday. That was my yesterday.
Honestly, with all of the not phone having, like I told you, I'm driving myself crazy. I'm
feel
probably gonna
free.
land on a hobby soon if I
Some
don't.
people are like, "Oh, you feel so like to unplug." I'm like, honestly, I've never
not
felt more
for me.
stressed.
It's
I
not
I feel
for-
fucking stressed out. Leave me the fuck alone.
I
If
need
I have
that
to carry around
device.
a box so often that I literally recycle it in the fire pit of my own backyard every once fucking. So what? I do that once every 33 years. Big deal. I'll do it thrice. Like enough. You know?
Now when you do it as an early symptom of dementia, no one's gonna know. How would they know?
Humble brag is they said nobody's gonna know. I'll be like, I did that when I was 33, bitch. A humble brag. When I walked in with the bag, the guy that I had, he said, honestly, in all of the years that I've worked here, I have never seen anything like this.
You had such a positive experience. I hope you did.
He
the
was really
survey.
pumping me up for somebody with no phone and a debit card that was also hacked. But that I couldn't get a coffee. I was spiraling, Lauren.
I know.
That
You're
was my
like,
fucking
I literally
day.
pay for things with this light box.
I'm like, if not for this, then what? And now I do have to say, like, because I am a consumer, one thing that I am definitely buying once I have a phone again and I can order things from Jeff is one of those crossbody phone holders. My sister-in-law had one on, and she was like, everybody makes fun of me for it, but I always have it on me. And I was like, that's where it is. I have to tie it around me like a leash.
We
so
got
I don't
that for my
burn
grandma. We got that for my grandma.
Kenny, please insert the audio. It's Vampire Diaries, and it's like, did I say stand there and look stupid? No, I said burn it. And then it's just me fucking burning it.
It was really dramatic of you to burn your phone. And honestly, I've been doing some weird hobbies, but one of the things that I've realized is that I kind of enjoy vacuuming.
Oh,
this is a new revelation for me. So,
I get that.
So
Like vacuuming way above dishes and laundry.
my meds have been going into my body and working.
I love that for
It's a
you.
crazy concept. When you
I
take
love
them,
that.
they work. So I've been a little self-motivated,
I love
and
that.
I have been
I was a
doing
little
like
too motivated yesterday.
clearly, I've been doing like my surface level tasks and like having a, dare I say, mini routine. It's not a routine. I also don't have a phone, guys. So like, let's not give this all to stimulants, like
Yeah, it'll be done in a day or so.
yeah, and it'll be, not therapeutic in a week or so. So
But
I'm
enjoy it
really
while it lasts.
I was gonna say I'm relishing in this.
Yes.
So I have been getting under the surface level. And as you know, by the way that I dragged you through the mud, I have an elite hand vacuum for my bunny. Okay.
Just so you know, I now do too.
Oh my goodness, did you
I now
buy
do
did you
too.
buy the same vacuum as me?
I Is it the one? It looks similar to the one that you had in that bitch
It's
ass
a
picture of yourself, but does it have two settings? You press the button and it gets a
You're
little
so
harder,
mean.
you
No,
know?
I don't think mine has two
Oh,
settings.
well, mine
Well,
does.
guess we'll have to fucking fight to the
Guess we'll have
death
to
the
have a
next time
battle
I
of the
see you.
vacuums. It's just Lauren and I FaceTiming each other on our new phones, seeing who can vacuum their bunny shit up the quickest. That's how we
Yeah.
should hang out next.
And we'll just like hyper conversate because we've barely been able to voice memo. When I get a phone,
I'm
it's over.
overwhelmed.
It's over for
I'm
you.
overwhelmed.
You're
It's
gonna get a
over.
30-minute voice memo
I
if it
don't want to
sends.
hear I don't want to hear the words thank you for your telenovela out of your mouth when I get a phone, because I have so many things in this head floating around that are going to start coming out once I can talk
First,
again.
first you might get the 86 from me that never sent to you. So
Maybe.
like you're gonna have gonna
Maybe.
be an autobiography on that one. But
I might.
but, but now that I'm getting under the surface, I'm bringing my hand vacuum out to the stairs, right? And
Yes.
I'm like, oh, maybe I'll do the stairs. And now I'm doing this dangerous thing where I'm on my laptop, which I feel like your phone is so efficient these days and apps are so streamlined
And they're
that like
bigger and bigger.
yeah, exactly. They're huge. So like you're just using your phone a lot. So now I'm like kind of purposefully like going on websites. So I've been like looking into like Dyson vacuums.
Oh.
And honestly, I know I already spoke on this with self-care and like if I like took it up a notch with self-care, I'd be a bad person. If
Yeah.
I took it up a notch with my home appliances, I think I would also get bitchy. I think I would
You
also
would. Look how you acted when you had a fucking better bunny bowl than me. You were like,
Well, that's
just
what
to
I
let you
mean.
know.
I think I'd probably start making like content with my Dyson.
Oh my god.
It would
be sped
be
up.
it'd be a bad part of my personality. So
It
I
would be
think
highlighted.
as much as like it is in a lot of my carts, it's in different carts even. Like it's in my Best Buy cart, it's in my
Yeah.
Amazon. Like
You can work it different ways.
anywhere I check out, I'm not really safe.
You could accidentally buy one from Target, probably.
And this is the thing. I don't buy stuff like this often. I don't buy phones often. For some reason,
Yes.
whenever you get a new phone, it's like you can rent it for $40 cheaper a month, or you can buy it for $4,000. And you're like, why
Yeah.
are those the only two options?
I
Like,
know.
but I don't buy like my Apple Watch is old. So when I looked at the Apple Watch prices, I was like, oh my
This is my
God.
AirTag.
Yeah, but like mine doesn't even like support the new like
Yes, the new
software.
software.
It's like this is it for me and you.
It's like a walkie-talkie that sometimes works to certain people.
So I've spoke about the Dyson to people. My friends have it. I've seen it in action. It's pretty. I know that it's like lightweight and the whole thing. It's convenient. It has a cute like wall
Is it
hanger.
corded?
It's cordless, and it's like
You
primary
would be
block
you would
colors.
be fucking
So
your magic would be so dark.
but when I put it in my cart, and this is the thing about Best Buy specifically, they're always like $200 off, and you're like, wow, let me click on this. It's
Mhm.
$200 off. That thing is fucking like $500.
And
So
you're
if
like,
you,
it's still a $300 bag.
yeah, I'm not gonna tell you when I made it, but there will be signs.
There will be signs.
That will be behind
There
me, and
will be vacuum content.
every fucking choreographed dance I do will just be exactly where I hang up my Dyson.
Oh, I'm like, honestly, if
I
you
might
jump,
hang
I
it.
jump.
I might hang it right there.
My my husband loves to vacuum so much that that's one lavish purchase that I would have a shot at one day, you know?
Well, that's the thing is that like I feel like and like my mother I am so fortunate to have my mother as childcare, but I am more fortunate that my mother is this like crazy Gen X Italian woman that like if she's
Yes,
not cleaning, she's not having a good time. So like
exactly.
now that I'm getting under my surface level messes, my mom will just do something random. Like she's like, I just washed the walls. You like
She's like,
do
I just cleaned those nasty baseboards of
some
yours.
of the stuff she does, I'm like, am I supposed to be doing that in between you doing that? Like,
Literally.
like,
Like
I'm
so
like,
that's
do
your
other
job. That's
people
your
do
job.
that? So now I'm like, this could also, I wouldn't have a guilty conscience,
You feel like you were helping her out.
when my perimenopausal, mother is carrying my heavy shark vacuum.
I was gonna
But
say,
then
are you a shark girl? Because that's like the middle class fancy that I am.
I'm like a hand me down, like somebody gave me that shark and they
Yeah,
when they
I've
felt
had
like a
this
better
shark for so
person.
long that it's more of like it's not a great white shark. It's probably more of like a whale shark at this point. Like it gets a lot of the stuff, but definitely not all of it.
It's a
Not all of it.
hammerhead. It's a
It's a
hammerhead.
hammerhead.
But
It
I
does
do
its best.
feel like the shark keeps me humble, so maybe I should keep it. I'm not sure. I'm at a
Well,
crossroads. But
listen.
this is the kind of time that I have right now, because I can't interact with our listeners.
Yes.
I can't
I can't talk to me. You can't talk to me unless we're
can't
both
text
carrying around our
anyone.
fucking laptops.
And as of lately, I can't even Google things. Like
Well,
Lennon asked me
you
a question,
made
and I was like, "We're gonna have
I
to
don't
take,
know.
gonna
You're
have
like,
to
I
take
don't
to the
know.
desktop."
Get an encyclopedia. Go to the library. Ask your
Shall we go to
dad.
the library?
No, that's where it feels that these are the dark ages
But
right
what else
now.
is new with you?
So I have to tell you before this happened, I've lived so many lives these last few days that
I
I've
don't
not
even
seen
know if
you.
I can talk about all my lives,
You
but
don't need I'm
same.
not
I'm like a
I'm going to give a
cat.
quick there's like
Like
a
a
rundown.
I'm a
I'm going
cat
to
on her last one.
100%. This is like my 10th life right now. So I I went to a Lil Wayne concert.
That's right. We haven't even
I went to a
talked
Lil Wayne
about that.
concert.
Yeah,
And
you
then
did.
the next day I went and spent the weekend on the Cape. Like I have been so many different people. And then I set my phone on fire. But in between, there's one story, and it's honestly
You
very much
sound
on the
hardcore
topic.
when you just put it like that. You're like
I
Lil
am.
Wayne escaped to the Cape,
Burn your
phone up in
phone.
flames. Burn your phone. Oh, she's mysterious.
So we go to the concert, we leave early because we're 30 something and we're like, we got to beat traffic. That's
The
the whole
fact that you
thing.
went,
The
you're
fact
young
that I
at
went.
heart. You're
And
young at
obviously I
heart.
went with my like millennial slash she hates when I call her Gen Z sister because she's like, come on, we'll have
She
so
is a
much
Gen
fun.
Z.
And like we do like we really like listening to Lil Wayne. Like that's just like someone
Well,
who brings me joy.
it was so funny when you said Little Wayne because Kenny and I have like had a few opportunities in the car alone lately and like we've been
Humble
trying
brag.
humble brag. They've been to nowhere fun, but like we're like at least the car ride will be fun.
Yes.
And we've been trying to revert back to like our kind of like I don't know, like scrappy younger music
You
because
circle
like
back to things
well
because you
because
get bored.
there's like nostalgic music that you show your
Yes.
kids, Paramore,
Yes.
Taking Back Sunday. And then there's like,
No ceilings.
nostalgic there's nostalgic music that you don't show your children, like
Yes.
Lil Wayne and Cardi B.
Exactly.
You're like they don't
Yeah.
need to know all the lyrics to that song. Maybe they
Exactly.
can hear it
A
at a
couple hits.
party.
A
Yeah,
couple hits.
they can hear it at a party, the hits, but like they don't need to learn, the
Exactly.
verse.
They don't need to know every word of
So when
WAP.
you said you were going, I was like, wow, we've been really circulating the Carter 3 lately,
Yes. So we were like, they talked us into it. And honestly, I just have to say, like, let me give props to the humble king that is Lil Wayne. Like, this man was so, like, he was going so hard, like, rapping all of the, like, classics, like the ones that we grew up singing when we were younger. Like, my brother-in-law, and he had some of his friends there, and Lucas, like the boys that they were in high school, like they came out, they were vibing hard to this because this was like he was their guy. And like obviously I was very into him, but I feel like he was more important to them. Me and Court were just there to like dance a little bit in our
Oh, like
seats.
you don't know like every lyric to like a lot of songs?
I know every lyric to a lot of songs, but that's just how my brain works regardless. Like, I just know a lot of lyrics to a lot of songs. And I definitely had a phase, but Lucas had a much more intense. Like, he's like, I know
Okay.
the unreleased things, I know the
Yeah.
mixtapes. And so they were having a great time. We were having a great time. This man, after he would like fucking finish singing every girl in the world and he'd be like, thank you so much. Like, thank you
Aw.
so much. Like, I was just kept looking at
Cutie.
Courtney. I was like, what a sweetheart. What a gentleman. What a
kind
lovely man.
boy.
We don't talk enough about what a little sweetie he is.
Well, when we started talking about Lil Wayne, because you were like, BTW, I'm going to a concert
Tomorrow.
and I was like, that's weird of you.
That's when I
I was
started
like,
making weird
everything
decisions.
okay?
Yeah,
you know, and
it's
then
not, but
and then she did like a satanic ritual with her phone. And don't worry, Rudy's, I'm keeping an
it was
eye
very
on her.
Megan Fox of me. I feel like
But
that was what I was vibing.
the first thing I said is, "What a boy that has stayed under the radar." And I know he's gotten in trouble. I'm not a fucking
Listen,
idiot.
he
But
sticks up for
he
his
has
friends a
done
little
nothing.
bit.
He has done nothing that has made me want to cancel him right off the bat.
Yes.
And I feel as though it is a time of our generation's music getting
We're
looked
losing
into.
everybody. Like, we're losing everybody. If those
They're
Epstein
looking
files
into
come
it.
out, like, I'm nervous about the people that I will continue to lose. But we have not lost this man. And the thing
No.
that I love about him rapping is it's always so funny. Like, he's so funny of like a
Well,
rapper.
my husband, who is a singer and a songwriter, he said like
Yes.
he is such a smart, witty, funny writer.
He
And then we were
is.
kind of comparing, and there is one song that I absolutely love, and it's a song that you cannot listen to your children with your children, but we're gonna add it to the Moody mix,
Of course.
and it's Only, okay,
Oh
and
my
it's
God.
by Nicki Minaj.
I never.
Featuring Drake and Lil Wayne. It's I
If
never
you won't
fucked
ever want
Wayne,
to
I never
be
fucked Drake.
like your bitchiest self, dare I say your
Raunchy.
c-word-iest self in the
Yeah.
car, like that is the song I put on.
Yeah,
You know?
and it's like a little bit, yeah, like it's definitely
Or the Cardi B also put on the mix. Call your mom, tell her she raised a bitch. Dad's home
Yes.
click. That one too.
Yeah.
Moody mix.
And like yeah, like kind of like being that bitch is like a little
Yes.
bit of a kink for me, you
Of
know?
course.
Who doesn't
I'm
want to
just a
feel
girl.
I'm just a girl. So I was saying that Lil Wayne gives that like, and it's perfectly portrayed in that song. Like he gives that like, I'm not creepy. I think you're beautiful.
I'm just silly.
I'm not gonna let anybody put anything in your
I
drink.
think you're beyond
You know,
it.
except for me because I love you, bitch.
Yeah.
You know,
I
but
just
then
love it.
Drake,
What a way with words.
who, as we know,
He's like
has
tucking a hair behind his ears, acting like poor little me. Like
yeah, he's like the boy that you
so
friend zone.
nerdy.
You friend zoned him, but he's still coming around for the
Yeah.
ride. You know,
for
Drake
sure.
does this thing that he's just like he did this whole thing when we were younger. I don't think he does it anymore, and now I really question everything about him at this point. But
yeah.
he did this thing where he was so desperate for Nicki Minaj in every single
Every
verse
song,
that he put out. He was like, Nikki, I fucking love you. Once
Yeah,
you break
by
up
the
with that other
by the
boy,
way,
I would so like to take you out to dinner. And
yeah, respectfully.
can I just buy you something now, just as really good friends, because I love
Yes,
you?
very different dynamics.
Send a
and
foot
that's like
pic,
the whole
please.
music area. Like that brings us into like the Nicki Minaj, and all of those albums that were a time in our life of like high school and college, which is before parenthood. And sometimes you just don't want to feel like a parent. And I felt like we took it to in real life, and we went and we had such a good time.
I
And
love
then
that.
I
You guys
came
had
home.
like your metaphorical poofs in your hair.
We did. Like I felt that way. And then I come home, I'm so tired. And the thing about me is that I have to take a daily medication so that I fucking stay a little stable. And so does my
We've
dog.
been doing it
But
sort of.
the unfortunate thing is that me and Maggie don't take the same meds. She takes an anti-seizure medication, aka Keppra.
No,
And
no.
this-
that's not the unfortunate thing. The unfortunate thing is
It's
that
this big.
Stephanie stores her meds inappropriately,
Don't you don't you
irresponsibly.
fucking dare right now.
She puts them in a high place away from her children. But if I was giving you educations at discharge,
Oh my.
which I so
I
often do,
fucking how dare you?
I would
How
tell
dare you?
you. I would tell you to separate your medications from the others
Well,
in your household. And
the
as your
problem is,
household be, you all take something. I think even the bunny is on, the
don't you
bunny's on
dare bring
Zyprexa.
don't you dare bring Cosmo into this right now. He is off of his very strong antibiotic and eye flush.
So go on. The pill's big and you have it in your hand.
I'm tired and I get both. I get my meds and Maggie's meds. And I open Maggie's meds, which they're like a big white Walmart bottle and these big, like, huge horse pills, you know? And then I'm like, what was that huge thing I just swallowed? It was my dog's fucking seizure meds. Like, I just. And that's on moving too fast, like, or too slow, maybe at that point. I was tired, like,
The bitch is
and
moving
then
too fast.
it dawned on me. My mom
Again.
hadn't even left yet because my mom was watching my kids at the house. So I'm like, Mom, I took the Keppra, and we're just Googling it, and it's like, you're okay. You're just going to feel like fucking ass for the next 24 to 48 hours, which I did.
And
But I was okay.
I feel like everyone that I love hates my reactions to these types of things because I'm like, what are you gonna do? You did what you did. But
Yeah.
it was so funny because I found out at lunch because you probably sent me the text message the night before, but I received it a day later from my carrier pigeon.
Yes.
And I read it out loud at work, to like a bunch of other
You're so fucking rude. Now
A
I
bunch
never
of
want to hear you bring
other
up the boob tape
trauma
picture I showed my
healthcare
family.
professionals. And you know what? This was your payback. I'm like, this isn't HIPAA. She doesn't have an MRN. This is just her own fucking.
This is her
home.
own fucking
This
home
is her.
remedy.
What is it? What's the one that Carlton funniest home videos? This is her submission here. So I read it out loud, and the first thing that everyone says is, "Well, she ain't gonna have a seizure."
Well, my brain
because
immediately
it really is like.
I'm like, am I
it's
gonna have a seizure? No.
It's a harmless foul. But then my
Yes.
follow-up thought was like, well, did she give the other med to her dog?
I didn't give Maggie.
I'm like, should we
my
call
fucking
PETA?
Zoloft.
Should we call PETA?
Is Maggie okay? But
yes,
like,
but I'm like, that's on proper storage of medication,
but again, like, I'm just a girl. Like, I'm just doing my best, and it could have probably been worse.
So Steph drugged herself at the Lil Wayne concert. So desperate.
After it, at least do it before the Lil Wayne concert. Like, you don't need to do it after. What's
not
even the point?
not your Lil Wayne scissor. Capra and a Sprite.
Pepper and a Sprite. Like, I had a Sprite there.
Just right down the hatch.
Pepper and a Sprite.
And then she goes to bed. She stumbles off to bed.
I do.
And she
I go to
wakes
bed.
up. And then she texts me again, another frantic thing that I get around 2 p.m. that she lost her bunny. Lost her bunny.
Oh my God, I forgot about the bunny.
And I'm like, Stephanie, like, what does that even mean?
You're like, no, you didn't. He's probably under a bed or something. And I'm like, no, he's fucking gone.
Yes.
Like, he's gone.
So then ring. We get St. Anthony on the case.
I clocked 8 hours
Literally.
looking for this rabbit. 8 hours, okay? I am looking under every bed. I'm like, he's fucking squished in between a fucking dresser. Like, he's dead. That's where my head's at. Like, he's dead.
You're like, my bunny's dead. I'm getting
I'm like, you
half
better
of her
fucking
voice
plan a
memos.
funeral. I'm like, you better fucking send flowers. Cosmo's dead.
I'm like, once again, I can't plan a funeral. I don't have a cell phone. How do you plan a funeral without a cell
So
phone?
many funerals. So
8
hours. And the fucking really unfortunate thing the evolution hasn't worked on with bunnies is that they can't make noises. So you've said they don't make facial expressions and they don't make noises. So they're just like,
and they're like always trying to like, even when they're happy, because I take great pride in the fact that they're prey animals, okay? So they instinctively are supposed to be fearful
they seem like they don't know that,
everything.
though. in
They're
our
supposed
house.
to be afraid of everything. At our house, mine was on my couch this evening. You know, like hence why I
Yes.
need the Dyson. You know, help
Yes.
me out, Dyson. So,
Honestly.
so I take great pride in the fact that they will just chill. But even when they're at their chillest, they love to like burrow and put themselves in
Yeah.
like small, low lying ceiling places.
They
It
love a
makes
little like
sense.
cubby spot.
It
So,
checks out. They've never seen the wild. So he found this cubby spot,
but the thing
unable to make a meep.
sounds, and the thing with Cosmo is that he's in love with me, and so anytime I walk into the upstairs and he's ranging, like he either runs out of under my bed because he likes to hide,
Mhm.
Nora's bed, or his favorite spot, his real trick is the little cabinet under my sink in the bathroom. He burrows under there with my wicker baskets a lot of the time, like
And I
a
love
lot of the time.
I love that you said that he loves you because I think we can all agree that we bought the bunnies for our daughters because they earned it or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't remember anymore. My daughter was wearing a red wig and a fucking bunny dress.
She was wearing a bunny dress, and she's like, "I'm not gonna get it though. I'm just thinking about it."
Remember
I'm not
when I
gonna
put
do
a
it.
deposit down on my grandson?
She put a fucking deposit.
So, so they are
Her
the
grand
girls.
bun.
They're the girls' bunnies, but those fucking bunnies are obsessed with us.
You ever catch yourself accidentally calling yourself its mom? Have you
Those
gone
bunnies are obsessed with us. That bunny knows my
Obsessed.
tone of voice. That bunny
Literally,
hears
they're
this
like, "That's
raspy.
hey lady. That's hey lady." So
My bunny does
that was
circles around my
concerning.
feet. It does circles around me.
Exactly. So when I came up, I'm shaking his little strawberry treats. I'm saying, "Quasi boy, where are you?" And you know that would
Of
be
course,
enough.
you made me phone my mom once again. You know,
She's been my on call.
to knock on, like
This
St.
week.
Anthony. Here we are.
Hello. It's
So,
important.
so of course, my mother is now sending me like shit that your mother says to you that they don't really have to. She's like, make sure she puts out treats. Make sure she looks for her bunny.
It's like when your dads tell you to take a left on Jones Street and you're like, "I'm using a GPS.
Yeah.
I don't need to know."
Make sure she keeps looking for her
Yeah.
bunny. And I'm like, all right. So I'm like,
You're like,
I
"She's
know you're
probably
doing
not."
all the things, and I don't want to stress you out. But every once in a while, I'm like, have you found that bunny yet? You're like, no, my kid's fucking, you know,
So ready.
in crisis.
So as you know, my husband also works from home, and he was working this day, and thankfully, I was not working this day. So I'm like our whole day is looking for this fucking bunny. Like again, looking for something the entire day, and apparently she knows if Luke's in a meeting, like she's really, unless it was a fucking emergency, like don't go on the fucking behind your dad while he's on a Zoom call. Like,
Don't.
okay, you know, it's just the way that it is with working from home parents. And Lucas comes to me, and Nora came out with this piece of paper, and she's standing behind his desk, he says, with tears
It's a
coming
formal
down her
strike.
eyes, tears down her eyes, holding a paper, and it says, "We can't find Cosmo. I'm scared."
It's not funny. Oh my god, fireworks. It's not funny, but it is.
It is
funny.
It's like adorable, and it was so sad in the moment when I saw the paper. I kept it obviously because it's so sad and cute. But
in hindsight is 2020. Everything's
Yes.
fine. Like it wouldn't have been
Everything's fine.
funny, you know.
Yeah,
But
the bunny was dead. Like spoiler alert, he's not dead. So I'm like, I had to fucking find this bunny. Luke comes up. He's like, "I can't fucking find the bunny." So I go in the bathroom again. There's his favorite spot under the bathroom sink. And I'm just like moving things around. And I hear the slightest little like scratch, you know? And I'm like, it's the fucking bunny. Like I heard that. I tore the fucking sink out so quickly that the water disconnected. Like
this is
when
her
Luke came
renovated bathroom, everyone.
I called Lucas. I'm like, "Lucas, come quick!" And so he's thinking I have like a squish bunny. I'm like, "I think he's under the sink," you know, and I'm holding up something way too fucking heavy. And he comes over and he's like, "You disconnected the fucking water, but okay." And behind the drywall, there was this little flap, I guess, in it that this little fucking cute, adorable dumbass pushed through. He booped it open with his dumb, cute nose, and fucking got stuck behind the fucking wall for the entire day.
Well, I was so worried for you because you first you took your your anticonvulsant, and then
Like the
you
day
had
before.
you had no good timeline. You were not getting your story straight, and honestly,
Because I didn't do my night turn down because I was on the syrup. I was on that.
honestly, once you watch The Hunting Wives, you're gonna be like, I was watching this, like, how could this happen to this woman? But now I'm watching you, and I'm like, it checks out. So
I keep seeing it, and I'm like, not today, probably.
as you know, like after a while, a rescue mission just turns into a search for a body.
Exactly.
And I was
just
worried
want to find
that
the
we
body.
were getting to that point.
I
and
felt
it
like
wasn't gonna be alive and well. And I was like, as the hours ticked by, and like I said, trying not to stress you out. But I'm like, okay, Steph, like, have you found? You're like, I haven't found the bunny, Lauren.
And if I had to bury anything this week, I'd rather it be my fucking phone than my bunny. That's something sick about me.
Pride. I'd rather be
Literally
my pride than your
tell my
bunny.
whole family to make fun of me. It was worth it. Like,
but when
it
you
was worth
found
it
that
to find the
bunny alive and well, I was like, this should be on Channel 6 News,
It felt that way. We're like, he's
It felt-
home.
It
He-
felt
was
like the
troops came home.
heartwarming. It was the heartwarming story we all needed at the end of the night. That I
I've
put
seen
my
my
shoulders
dad
down.
return from fucking war, and this felt similar. No, I'm just kidding. It was different, but it was a very proud moment for sure. Like,
in my head, I was like, they can't have a dead bunny right now. Like,
they
like,
can't.
not right now.
They
Not
simply
right now.
can't.
Not after the vet bills haven't even come in yet.
So and that was the thing when I'm burying my phone today. When I'm there, they're like, "Oh, that's so funny! Like, you haven't even been charged your first bill on that phone."
Imagine you have no phone and no bunny, and you just get like an emergency
A
vet
bill?
bill and a phone bill at the same time.
That'd be like my 27th reason.
Yeah,
at this point.
you'd go AWOL. You'd go absolutely AWOL. Send the troops.
I cannot end this podcast without like the important announcement, which
Well,
is that
I have a couple of announcements.
Okay, perfect. So we'll do announcements then now.
All right. What is your announcement?
New Taylor Swift album pending. She's doing a
Yes.
long form podcast. Like, we've been waiting for this. We've been putting on our clown suits every other day. Bianca's texting me a TikTok and a clown emoji. Like, I'm not too proud to say that, and it's coming now. So
Once
that's-
again, not
when
a
I have a phone, I'll probably learn more about it.
not a hardcore Swiftie, but I have a little bit of the internet.
little
I have enough of
excited.
the internet, and I'm excited for you all.
Thank
And
you.
I did see that she's put out a album every year for like I forget how
few
many
years.
years.
Because she was
So-
Ghost for a while. So, and then also MGK released a new album. So, like,
Yeah.
that has kind of been the soundtrack to my life right now. And I want to add a couple songs to the Moody Mix for now. And I want to add, where's my phone to check the names of them?
Nobody has a phone.
Please hold.
Honestly, I'm doing this whole bit where I'm acting like I'm very interesting. Like I don't need a phone. Like
I wish I could be that cool right
you
now.
know when
I
you
need
meet
it
somebody
so bad.
and you're like, "Oh, are you on Instagram?" and they're like, "I don't have social media."
I need it so
I just want to be like,
bad.
I want to run into one of those people that say, "I don't have social media," and I want to
Like,
one
me
up
too.
them. I want to one up them and
too.
say, "I don't even have a phone."
I don't even. Phones. You're like, sorry. I just go where the wind takes me.
I'll write you a letter.
Starman, which is the one where he samples "Semi Charm Kind of Life."
That's a
such
good
good
one.
song, and
Very
it's
good
easy to
one.
get into because of the sampling and the words are so clever. The other one I want to add, I think, is Indigo, and it's where he rhymes. He rhymes J.K. Rowling with. Right, hold on. Let me make sure this is the right song. Indigo, because I've only a fucking laptop now. Yes, he says living fantasy like J.K. Rowling. I'm J.R.R. Tolkien. Yes, so he rhymes those two, which the nerd in me just really loved and appreciated. But I've been excited for that because he's another person I'm very much into. So add those two to the Moody Mix.
There was one that I very much enjoyed, but I don't remember. I think it was At My Best. I don't know. It was.
I'm not
pretty-
familiar
it was
enough
an
with the
emo
names
one.
yet.
It was an emo one, and I really like it. And I think that sober MGK is really hot. And for some reason, like, because I could just picture myself, I could
Yeah.
picture myself being Megan Fox.
Haven't
I feel
we
like
all?
this whole album is just like that scummy guy, that scummy baby daddy, just trying to like even out the paying scale
And it's so
and
hot.
get your heart back, and it's pretty hot.
It's pretty
So
hot. He's all healed
he's like, I've
and
been
like
clean for a
mature.
while,
He's
you
like
know.
California sober, probably. We love a
Yeah.
California sober king.
He's like, just give me a supervised visit in the
So
park.
I like to hyperfixate when like a show, a movie, some pop culture thing comes out. I do a lot of research. I listen to the interviews. That's how my brain functions. And he did an interview. I forget the podcast name. It was with two other gentlemen, and it was like you don't get those often from him. And I love podcasts with people because obviously we know this. It gives you such real insight to a person, that seems like they're up kind of on this pedestal where they're almost not a real thing. They're like a figure, they're a public
Yeah.
figure. So I listened to it, and just hearing him talk about all of the songs was really interesting, and it gave me more of an appreciation knowing what went into them. But there's this one song, and it's called Sweet Coraline. And when I first heard it, I was like, it's boppy, like it's fun, but it wasn't like one of my favorites. But I was like, cute, fine.
Yes.
Well, I listened to the meaning, and I don't know if you've listened to this
I
yet or the
have.
story.
Oh, I have.
So I have
This one
never
was written
been,
for Lasky.
I have never been more fucking jealous of a girl because this girl doesn't even know it yet. And apparently this girl that he saw out in public ran up to him in like the middle of the rain and was like, "Are you MGK?" And he felt bad. He's like, usually I don't say it's me, but she was so interested and she was fucking in the soaking rain running up to me. So I was like, yeah, I am. And she goes, "You fumbled, Megan Fox." Something like that. Like something really fucking out of pocket, obviously. And he was obviously taken aback by it. And so, and then she starts apologizing, whatever. She then almost gets hit by a fucking cab, and this long-armed man grabs her and saves her life. And the whole song, Sweet Caroline, is about this girl that like came and
Coraline.
offended Coraline, sorry, Sweet Coraline came over, saved her life after she just made fun of him. And it's so much funnier for me to listen now knowing that. It just gives the song another layer. So throw that one on the Moody Mix too.
Well, we're a big Coraline household, as you know. She haunts my
Coraline
She haunts
Jones.
my everywhere, and he does make a little Coraline Jones like pun in it.
Yes.
So
he's punny too. He's a funny rapper.
The girls are fans, and as you
Yes.
know, I tend to not hyperfixate on anything but my
Yes.
own thoughts.
Of course.
But turns out a lot of my own thoughts are just me scrolling on my phone. So when I'm not totally invested in my children, my marriage, my home, or my career, I'm like, what do I do with this
what do
void?
I do?
What do I do with my hands and my thoughts?
100%.
And the first thing I did is I went camping, and that was stupid.
I forgot about that too. I'm like, in the midst of all of this Capra and all, Lauren's sleeping in the yard. Or no, I was on the Cape at this point. I'm like, you don't have to do this.
And honestly, like when people were like, "Oh, you're camping," I was like, "Yeah,
You're like,
camping.
at what campgrounds? You know?
And by
That's where I'm a
camping, I mean
snob.
we
I'm a
were
camp
sleeping
snob.
in a friend's yard. Okay, so I'm
Sure.
like, I can camp as long as it's like 12 to 24 steps from like a modern kitchen,
A real bathroom.
and a real bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. Call me Yogi Bear, you know?
Yes.
So, what I forgot about camping is that every little ounce of it, and my kids had a great time, right? Like we did the projector on the screen, we did the fire and the s'mores, they got to be
Yes.
with friends. It was fun.
I love that.
But when you look at the like surface level of camping, you are deciding to take your family out into a stick supported nylon
cloth.
enclosure and lay on the ground in your 30-something-year-old body that isn't even comfortable in your beauty rest mattress.
When your fucking purple mattress can barely hold you up,
Right? And you're sleeping all night through all the weather that
On
New
what, an
England
air
has to
mattress?
offer on an air mattress. Because some people camp without air mattresses or cots, and that's like a whole nother.
So I know you guys don't regularly tent, so you borrowed one from a friend or something. What size? What did the tent? Well, how many rooms were there?
So I borrowed this from a sweet coworker who was like, "Yeah, I have a tent, maybe." And then we get the tent, and it's like the most beautiful tent I've ever seen.
It was
when
a
people
nice-
are like, "This
a nice
little
piece
old
of
thing."
cloth.
It was beautiful. It slept 8 people
Oh.
and had like a partition wall that was like the dining quarters. I don't know what that was supposed to be.
That's the
You're like,
sunroom.
why do you need multiple? That's our
Yeah.
office, you know? Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, so I'm sleeping on the ground and you wake up and the birds are like, and you're
And
like,
you're
this is,
already a weird morning person, so I can imagine.
and my kids can't sleep past,
What
the
did they do when
sun.
they woke up? Did they knock it over?
Alaska looked right at me. Her eyes were so open that mine had to open, like she was just
When you
staring
can
into
feel
my
it.
soul. So I opened my eyes and she's like, is that bird mad at us? And I was like, I don't think so. I don't think so. And I'm like rolling off the air mattress and we were just like dying laughing and we all had breakfast together and it was fun. But I was like, at my core, I think I'm a camper. I want a like actual camper so bad.
Me too. I'm
All
a
I
camper in a camper,
Okay,
girl.
all I want for Christmas, Rudy, is if any of you
Camper.
are putting us on your list, is I want a gutted, like 1940s to 1960s small trailer, okay,
Yes.
that I can just personalize and make a little she shed
Well, I think
camper for my backyard. So
that
if
you could keep
anyone wants
stationary.
to buy that for me, I would really
Same. I'll
appreciate
take
it.
one too. And I think I might have sent you a video of it. I don't know if your phone was receiving text at this time, but my sister-in-law's husband, Ray, he just did that with a
I
camper.
saw that.
He built it
Yes,
off of a
amazing.
trailer. It's like a funky retro, like everything's custom wall. I was so impressed by it. Like it was one of his dreams. It was
I
like a
saw
dream
it was
project, and
beautiful.
it was beautiful. And that's I to
And
have one of those is a fucking dream.
of course, like I said the word camping out loud. I borrowed a tent, so my FBI agent's like, I must show her
You're a
every
camper.
camper that has ever existed. So I camped, and that took up some of my solitary confinement time inside of my head, and it was a
And I
great
feel
time.
like there's an unofficial decision that you have to make. And are you going to, not everybody, but if you fall into one of these categories, I feel like they usually teeter between, are you the camping family? Are you the boat family? But your parents have a boat. And the thing is, my dad has a fucking 40-foot camper with 2 bathrooms. So, but I want, like, selfishly, I just want, like, a cute little, like you said, a funky little my camper that's
Yes.
not, bigger than a school
Oh,
bus.
don't get me wrong, Rudy's. If you want to buy me a big, nice camper for Christmas, I will also
Yeah,
take that. But
exactly.
the dream is to just have a little retro gal because
Yes.
my family always were boating to a point, but when they decided to do like the bigger boating with their like I don't know what that is, their condo on the water that they
Yes.
that they exist in, they
Yes.
decided to no longer be a camping family. And I feel like
Because
there was this
you can't have 2 of those fucking floating houses or houses on wheels.
and there was this season of my life where especially I feel like I was like a late teenager, early 20s where I was like, ew, camping. Like I was like,
Yeah.
gross, ew, David, Like, I
No,
was like,
that's when I
no.
walked around and I would take my Great Dane of the decade that we had, walk it around and meet boys at the campground. That was what I was doing.
Which once again, hindsight 2020, like that was my peak camping time. I was at
Yes.
the nicest campground in the area in a
Yes.
beautiful fifth
If
wheel,
you know,
acting
you
like I
know.
was better than everyone
Yes.
with my newly upgraded sidekick, So
100%.
like going after that candy bar bingo. But
Oh,
now I
yes.
feel like I phased out of it, and now I feel like when we said we were going camping, my husband, my pale Irish, freckly, redheaded husband, was like, oh,
It's a little
Lauren,
bright out there.
Lauren. Ugh. And even my
I'm
older
me.
daughter was like, we're gonna sleep in someone's yard. Like I was
Lasky
like,
was
it's
probably
for the
foaming at the
experience.
mouth for it.
So he looked at me and Lasky and he said, those two, they need it. They need to have dirty feet
They do.
and twigs in their hair, and this is what they
Yes.
need to feel
Yes.
alive. And it is so true. So I'm like, now I would be such a I feel like I would be such a appreciative camper.
For
If you
sure.
put me back at on that seasonal spot. I would have been so happy.
If I could get a corner lot in this economy right now,
if I could
with a
get
little AC in that fancy box.
in
like,
this economy, if I could get Halloween week at a local KOA.
Oh, Halloween week at a local campground. Nothing better.
What could be better than that? You know, it seems like the beginning of a murder mystery, but
No,
I'm
you're
in.
safe there. It's like old school rules. Like nobody locks their campers. You know,
You're
you
safe
just fucking
because
leave it open.
You're safe because there's one sheriff on a golf cart willing to go too far, willing
And
to go
they
past his
would.
job requirements to save you.
Honestly, some of the craziest times I had in my childhood were probably being scolded by a golf cart campground resort employee.
And this leads me back to my final news that I have been binge watching a show, and I don't
can't
know.
believe it.
So
Well,
I
I
don't
can
know.
because you don't have a phone.
So once again, the research is muddied. You know, like it's not a pure experiment that we're doing because I don't have a phone.
Yes.
So when I talk to my psychiatrist and she's like, seems like
isn't
your
the real
meds are
me.
working, I'm gonna be like, is this just me unplugged? Because I'm not willing to be her. You know?
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
We'll switch
It's
meds.
not worth
It
it.
isn't worth all of this. But I have
No.
been binging a show.
Okay.
And when we're not watching K-pop Demon Hunters, because I do feel like it's important to announce that Huntrix
Yes.
is the first #1 girl
Wow.
band on the Billboard Top 100 for
Stop it.
24 years.
In 24 years, do you know who the
They're
last one was? I'm
Destiny's
curious.
Child. They are literally up there with fucking Beyonce, and they're a fictional band,
As roomy,
K-pop band.
As they should.
So
Wait, is it Golden or is it Takedown? Which one is it? Do you know?
I think Golden is the one that went to the multiple songs.
Put those on the Oh, and then our favorite. Put that one. Your Idol.
Yes, put those on the Moody Mix because I feel like it's a universal language. People that have not seen the movie are fucking getting it to Soda Pop.
Yes,
so
as you should.
So that was #1 on Netflix also. So I said, what's #2, right?
Right.
And the first funny blunder is I accidentally watched this on my kid's account, which like
and just like you're recently watching, you're like, don't fucking touch that.
Which why can't you get rid of that? Like
I hate that you can't erase your recently deleted. That's nobody's fucking business. Never mind displaying it on my TV.
If I can delete my search history, I should be able to delete my Netflix recently watched.
And Spotify recently listened. I don't need to be telling everybody that when I stream to my fucking TV. So I listened to MGK again.
And the DJ's like, I heard you like Baby Shark. You're like, shut the fuck up, DJ. No, I don't.
You want It's Raining Tacos?
Like, I'm trying to make out with my husband. No.
Literally, this isn't it.
Turn it off. #2 on my children's account.
Yes.
The Hunting Wives, season 1. I'm pretty sure it's rated MA. And
so is it only one season out so far?
So it's one season, it's 8 episodes, and I am halfway through episode 8. Okay.
Oh my God, Lauren.
I know. It's a good one. So the first thing.
How long are the episodes?
They're an hour, I think, or 40 minutes, whatever.
Wow, you're in it.
40 minutes, which is like a Gen Z hour, you know?
That's a Gen Z hour.
That's
a no commercial hour.
Absolutely. So this show is so fucking good. First thing that everyone was like, it's smutty. And for the people, I'm looking at you, Rudy's, okay? This is a no judgment zone.
I have no phone. I was reading Akatar again. Like, that's where I'm at.
Like, what do I do? Pull out 50 Shades of Grey because I've got the paperback?
Am I there? Like, do I need to ask that back to borrow that from my mom? I'm not buying it again on Kindle.
Like, what happens next? The Kindle crashes. So
she bans the Kindle.
So the people that said it's basically porn,
really,
I'm here to say you don't watch porn. And this is a judgment-free zone. So you don't. It's not porn. It's definitely not porn. It's steamy. It's full frontal nudity. But these people made me feel like it was going to hit different kink search bar like notes.
Next level. But it was just regular, like, smutty.
It was, I mean, it's definitely hot and heavy. It's HBO smutty. Netflix
Okay.
took it to an HBO level for
That's
sure.
I love that.
Yeah. Like you
I'm
see
HBO level smutty, so
like
that's
you
perfect.
see penis, you know, which like everybody's like, oh, all right, we saw penis.
Like, we're like,
Great.
snaps for inclusivity, but like nobody wanted to see that,
Yeah. But then you see like girl on girl with
And you're
like
like, that's a little
partial
better.
partial frontal. They're like, we're only going to show you one nipple at a time, you know.
And we
but
can
you're
all
like,
agree that we'd rather see that than see the man full frontal.
Then
Like, I get it.
scrotum, running scrotum. You're like, come on.
Don't talk me out of it before I get going.
This is like my trigger warning, I guess. This is what you're gonna see.
Full scrotum.
So-
Lauren watches a show. Full scrotum.
Lauren watches
Like,
the
from
show.
what angle?
People told me it was gonna be like porn.
And you're like, it isn't. It isn't.
So, first, it isn't. Second, Brittany Snow, which I know
Oh.
because we are always trying to rate a movie, okay? But the
Pitch
main
Perfect.
issue is that I can't watch a movie. I actually
Mm.
forgot she was in Pitch Perfect. That you
Mhm.
just unlocked that for me. But what I was thinking is John Tucker Must Die, which was on our
Oh.
list of movies to review
One day.
one day. So one thing about Brittany Snow is she reminds me that I have aged because she's old.
Right.
Okay,
right.
because now like the
Because you're like,
20-somethings.
no.
Well, because now the 20-somethings are playing the high schoolers, and the 30-somethings are playing the moms, and the 40-somethings are playing like the sexy swinger cougars. You know,
Yeah. You're like, you're at my
and-
PTO meeting.
and
Like,
the 50-somethings are grandmothers. You know, like it's like and nobody else, and everyone else is dead.
yeah. Unless they're like an older man, then they can be in their 70 dating like the 40-year-olds.
Yes, which they're there. Who's the man with the? He's got like a little messed up lip, but it's hot. I forget what his name is.
Is it from the wedding date? Is he in the wedding date with Deborah?
Dermot Mulroney?
Hold on, let me
Dermot
look it up.
Mulroney, yeah, he plays Jed, which you're like, okay, Jed, and he's got like a little bite taken out of his lip, but you
No!
want
Oh my God, he is the one from the wedding date. My friend Courtney and I used to watch this movie, The Wedding Date, obsessively because we were like, this man is so fucking hot with his lip scar.
to be his lip scar's
Now
hot.
I'm done. Is it
And,
his scrotum?
And Branton Buck, it's not his scrotum.
Well, that's too bad.
That's too damn
I
bad.
always wondered. No. Do the carpets
Branton
match the
Box,
tree?
Sheriff Johnny. Sheriff Johnny can get it too. He's old. He's got a white beard. I'm like, I'm into that. But
Playing
he's
up her
probably
cast.
like honestly like 48, you know? So
Brittany
and then
Snow.
the other
Has
the
to
other
be.
one that's got us all coming back for more is Malin Ackerman.
Malin? Is that their real name?
Malin Ackerman.
Let me try to find.
So
oh,
she
okay.
plays Margot, and she is actually the in the Heartbreak Kid with Ben Stiller.
Yes, couples
um,
retreat.
Yes, she plays like a psychopath in the
Proposal.
Heartbreak Kid.
And a little Harold and Kumar. if
But
you were
she
wondering.
is like that alluring, like she's like who is it that Angelina Jolie plays in Girl Interrupted? Lisa. Like bitch is crazy, but you're
Love
like
it.
I
But
like
it's kind of hot.
you're
yeah.
into it. You're like
Yeah.
you're like but it really is like this series of unfortunate events for Sophie, who's like I guess the protagonist. I don't know, but it's also a murder mystery. Chrissy Metz is in it, who she plays Star, who's like an
Sophie.
unfortunate mother from the South. You know, she
Of course.
she was in that movie
Poor
about
thing.
siblings. This Is Us, the
oh,
show
this
about
is us.
siblings.
Yes, I just stopped that before the crock pot fire because that's an intrusive thought of mine. Fun fact.
I stopped it because I was so bored. I'm like, they're so sad, and I can't take anymore.
You're like, this definitely isn't porn. Mandy Moore's not going to show a nipple. I know that about her.
Like
I
we're not
love
even gonna
her.
see one of her nipples.
I
you
love
know?
her, but she's not going to.
But Chrissy Matt's like, you know, give her an award right now. I don't know what award she would get because I'm not a good pop culture person, but give her a Grammy.
I've been thinking
no,
about
don't give her a
watching
Grammy.
this.
That's music.
Because it looks like my cup of tea, and like I like something kind of dark and heavy or like weird. So This feels
But
in
it
that
just has like
zone.
really good twists. It's really funny in like a righteous gemstones kind of
Ugh,
way.
you know I love
Like,
that
so
too.
basically, the people that were in the writer's room, they were like, okay, they like those fucking swinger Mormon wives, right? And
Yeah.
they're like, yeah. And they were like, all right. And
Yeah, they do.
they like when like a nice girl goes missing and turns
Yes.
up dead, right? And then they're like, yep, they like that. And they were like, and they like self-righteous Southerners.
Obviously.
They're like, throw the NRA in there, throw it in. They were like, done, we're done. Put a
Perfect. They're like
catchy
perfect
soundtrack.
formula.
Put a catchy soundtrack and some women in some boots, and you're all set. But I
And you're
am
in.
definitely into it. You have to watch it.
I definitely will. I definitely will watch it. And speaking of like women dying and like or being, murder mystery type things, when we were on the Cape, I didn't tell any of my Cape stories. I'll save them for another episode, but I want to say one moment. What was that show that we watched kind of like within the last year and it was like the wedding murder mystery?
Oh, The Perfect Couple.
The Perfect Couple.
This
So
has
that was
that vibe.
I had that vibe this weekend. I'm feeling some type of way. Me and my husband, we had this like really cool fucking thing where we could sit outside of the sliding door of our hotel room and talk while our kids slept inside and we could hear them but be outside smelling the ocean. Like it was a whole vibe. But my husband is a fucking BB when it comes to bedtime and falls asleep so fucking early the second he hits the bed. So he fell asleep early one night and I was like, there was that weird moon in the sky that we were all looking at because we weren't looking at our phones and it was like low and orange and I'm like, I'm gonna go walk down to because the place we stayed had like a beach and it had pools, so I'm like, I'm gonna go sit down by the water and like look at this moon and like enjoy life. Like I was feeling very like
Yeah.
seize the moment, but as you're sitting there,
Carping that motherfucking DM.
for sure. And like as you're sitting there, like you're romanticizing your life, you're like, this is all I need in life. I don't have a cell phone.
This
And
is
then
the whole point.
a man runs
You're like
through.
be your own FYP.
This was the whole point. This man in a white top sprints to the front of the beach. And I'm like, this man's either going to kill himself, kill somebody else, or throw up. That's where
Like-
my murder mystery brain goes immediately. And I'm like, I'm just going to crouch down low. I'm like, I'm invisible and I'll be a witness. I'm crazy. I'm just sitting there. I'm like
when the town sheriff comes tomorrow,
sussing the situation out.
I'll
Pretty
have my
sure
story straight.
Pretty sure this gentleman just sat on the front fucking row and looked at the ocean, but he ran there. And I was like, one, men shouldn't be allowed to be out at night alone, anyways, without accompanied by women. Never mind running, because once a man is running, like, I feel scared. Like, when a group of 4 giggly girls walks onto the beach, I'm like, I'm so safe right now. I feel at ease. If a man comes walking by in the dark, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm nervous. Like, I'm looking at him. I'm seeing how far he is from me. Like, that is the truth about being a woman. So I started this petition, which the only person I've told it about so far doesn't support me because it's my husband.
Well, I'm already signing it.
Is that I'm like, no more men allowed out at night unless you either have to wear some kind of like, you need to wear some kind of identification. Like women had to wear a fucking scarlet letter for no goddamn reason. You can walk around and say, I've been checked out. I'm okay. I'm safe to be here. It's tattooed onto you, whatever.
Sounds like you're standing with my movement of no people running in normal clothes. We'll just make
no
it
people running in
specified
normal
to
clothes.
men.
And if you're men, I'm pressing charges. If you're a man, I'm pressing charges. Unless you're accompanied by a woman. That's it. Like, that's it. You were ruining my time on the beach, and, like, maybe you were just
woman's
trying
running
to.
from you straight to jail.
Straight to jail. Running in khakis and a white shirt, jail. Straight to jail. Straight to fucking jail. No bail. But that's really all I have to say today, I think.
Me too. I'm glad we came here today.
I have a little sign, Rudies.
Stephanie has a sign.
If you're not on the YouTube, and if you are, I'm still figuring out the lighting, okay? Nobody's perfect. You've gotten that if you've listened this long to the episode.
And if you're not on the YouTube, how dare you? We're trying our best.
How dare you? You know what? If you love us, all that we ask is for you to follow us on all of our things, Instagram, TikTok. We even have a Facebook for like our moms and those people. What else do we have? YouTube. Follow us, like, comment, those things, like
Review.
Literally. Share our posts like that. That's
We're not
all
gonna comment
we want.
back because we don't have phones. But once we get to a desktop near you, once we get to the library and put our credit card information
or when someone lets me borrow their
in,
phone for a couple hours.
We'll get back to you.
I'm not the authorized user. I'm sorry. We'll see you next time, Rudies.
Bye, Rudies.